Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets taking on the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. On the run, it's Waters. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go to the ground. Looks as if NC State has a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on first down from the 40. Dropping back, it's McCall. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Set up for second and short after that completion. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for the offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react to the play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for room, it's Haynes. At the 40, there he goes. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll call for the fair catch here. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the ground, it's Waters. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the play like that. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fair catch, called for and made. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. To throw, it's McCall. Pockets going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. On the move, it's Waters. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Right back to him on the ground. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their feet.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The run to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, it's King. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, NC State. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lane. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Looking for a block. It's Concepcion. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air, it's McCall. Fires left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
On the move, it's Concepcion. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That last completion has him set up, second and short.
29 Philly.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. They're going to ride this running back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Makes the grab. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Offense set on 1st down. To the air, it's King. He's got the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Haynes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Haynes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Looking left. Got his man.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's King. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And how about this offensive show so far? Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on what's likely the final play of the half. 4-2 Spider. To the ground with the back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Rodgers. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like,
oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pass on the way. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Looking for space. It's Waters. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's McCall. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Looking to throw, it's McCall. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket. And they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Singleton. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Haynes. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to turn the corner on the right. At the 45, on its way. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The run to the left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they've wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's McCall. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Nor did he find a hole in the defense. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
On the ready. Get set, get set.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Let's go.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
325.
Wide out in motion. Looking downfield, it's McCall. Into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh no. That is an oh no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the offense is getting creative. They're getting close to the goal line. They're trying to take advantage of this guy's speed by using the jet sweep. It's a good play call.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Quarterback on the keeper. At the 15, he's loose. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it, to try to get his offense some positive yards.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He's going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Scanning the field, it's McCall. He wants a big play here late. Wide open, he makes the catch. Off he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll run the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.